Hello guys, welcome to our channel. Today in this video, we will discuss if XRP will overtake Bitcoin. But before we start the video, make sure to give us a big thumbs up, and if you are new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe before leaving. Also, hit that bell icon so that you can get notified whenever we will upload a new video. For now, let's get back to the video straight away. XRP has become one of the more popular cryptocurrencies among banks for making international money transfers. This has led to speculation that the cryptocurrency could potentially overtake the current organization that handles the vast majority of international money transfers between banks. What is SWIFT? SWIFT is one of those organizations that has a very recognizable name, but also an organization that no one really knows anything about. SWIFT stands for Society for Worldwide Interbank Financial Telecommunication, which is quite a mouthful, so people simply refer to it as SWIFT. It's not technically a company, but rather a cooperative partnership based in Belgium. SWIFT was launched sometime in 1973 as a way to have a non-American organization in charge of international banking transactions. Simply put, European banks did not want to have to deal with the American regulators when making inter-European bank transfers. It also replaced the telex system that relied on handwritten forms for transfers with some rudimentary computer technology. This rudimentary computer technology is still in use to this day, 48 years later. As for the popularity of SWIFT, pretty much every bank that matters in the world uses SWIFT for interbank international transactions. It really is that popular and that widespread despite being nearly 50 years old technology that is terribly inefficient. The next section will explain why Ripple, XRP, will most likely overtake SWIFT, but the reason should be somewhat apparent at this point. Here's why XRP will probably overtake SWIFT. For lack of a better term, SWIFT has a lot of things going very poorly for it, while XRP or Ripple has a lot of things going quite well for it. The problems with SWIFT include, but are not limited to, the following. SWIFT has high fees. It's no secret that SWIFT has rather high fees for what amounts to transferring money from one location to another. Those fees include currency exchanges and the fee for simply using SWIFT. You can expect an international transfer using SWIFT to have around 3 to 5% total fee amount that includes both the fees and the foreign conversion rate. That's an insanely large fee for what amounts to not at all much work. Those fees, of course, go to pay for the very nice SWIFT offices in 28 different countries and payroll for all the more than 2,800 employees. Ripple, on the other hand, has a negligible fee. It's basically free. SWIFT is slow. A SWIFT transfer will take 1 to 4 working days to clear. Again, it's absolutely ridiculous that in 2022, people still accept the international money transfers will take 1 to 4 business days. It's possible to send an email or upload a video almost instantly, but it takes 1 to 4 business days to change some numbers on a computer in 2 different countries. Ripple transactions take a few seconds, which is what you would expect of banking technology in 2022. SWIFT is stuck in the 1970s when it comes to transaction times, and there is no chance that such a poor service can last for very long. SWIFT obeys US regulators. This last point is not nearly as relevant as the other two options, but it's worth mentioning. SWIFT is based in Belgium and has historically prided itself on not cooperating with US banking regulators or law enforcement. That all changed after September 11, 2001. SWIFT started sharing all kinds of customer information with the NSA, CIA, and other US alphabet agencies. There have even been cases of SWIFT transfers between 2 European countries being seized by the United States Treasury. On this one, Ripple might not have SWIFT beat because Ripple is a US-based company for now, whereas SWIFT is a Belgian-based. But the way Ripple operates may make it very difficult for US regulators to actually stop transactions, which is positive in our opinion. Time will tell if Ripple allows US regulators full control of global finance or if the US government can't force their will on Ripple. Here's why XRP Ripple might not overtake SWIFT. We have hinted at XRP Ripple only overtaking SWIFT in a perfect world, and we obviously do not live in a perfect world. In a perfect world, companies that offer the best service would rise to the top on merit alone. The problem is that there are many parties that do not want companies like Ripple to succeed. These parties include the government and those that hold sway over the government. This leads to various legal problems for companies like Ripple. A good example is the Securities and Exchange Commission lawsuit against Ripple Labs concerning the classification of Ripple as a security. The lawsuit is politically motivated. Ripple, fortunately, has a good legal team and will likely win the lawsuit, but it does show the lengths the government will go to harass innovative companies. The other problem Ripple will have is that the banking industry is very slow to adapt to new technology. This is because the banking industry has very high barriers to entry, which greatly limits competition. Two guys in a garage cannot open their own. Technological progress in the banking industry takes years because it's all big companies, and big companies are very slow to adapt to new technology. They will catch up eventually though. It will be similar to how the banking industry embraced the internet after years of not making any attempt to use the biggest technological leap of all time. Conclusion to the SEC lawsuit. The most impactful event that Ripple will have in 2022 will be the result of the lawsuit with the SEC. For those that don't know, the SEC brought a lawsuit against Ripple Labs that claims Ripple Labs executives marketed Ripple as a security rather than a cryptocurrency. That aspect of the lawsuit appears to have some merit. Ripple does not appear to pass the Howey test. That's the test used to determine whether an asset is a security or not. However, the SEC has not sued other cryptocurrencies like Ethereum that pass the Howey test. This has led to speculation that the SEC lawsuit is a political lawsuit. Basically, the SEC is picking and choosing what cryptocurrencies they bring a lawsuit against. Anyway, the lawsuit will likely be resolved sometime in 2022. If the verdict is in favor of Ripple, then we can expect the price of XRP to rocket. On the other hand, a result in the SEC's favor has the potential to completely destroy Ripple. The odds are certainly in Ripple's favor for a variety of reasons, including the all-star legal team Ripple has hired, but the result could still go either way. Ripple's global growth. Ripple has announced a few more partnerships that could come online in 2022. One of those that we really like is that Lulu Exchange, a United Arab Emirate-based exchange, will use RippleNet for payments between the UAE and Pakistan. This might sound minor, but it's a step in the right direction for Ripple to get more partners on board the payment processor. There is also a fair amount of money moving between the UAE and Pakistan because the UAE has an estimated population of 1.5 million Pakistanis. Ripple Liquidity Hub is another project set to launch in 2022. This is basically an exchange that finds the best cryptocurrency prices from a variety of different sources. The cryptocurrencies available on Ripple Liquidity Hub will include Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum Cash, and XRP. Ripple has focused on global growth ever since the lawsuit with the SEC was announced. This is likely due to the hesitancy that many US-based companies have dealing with Ripple due to the SEC lawsuit. We also like the global focus because it gives Ripple a backup plan in the event that the SEC lawsuit does not go in Ripple's favor. XRP price prediction for 2022. The price of XRP is currently 60 cents. This is a far cry from the all-time high of $3.84 in January of 2018. The good news is that 60 cents is a fair amount higher than the all-time low of about 25 cents when the lawsuit was first announced in December 2020. As for a price prediction, the price of XRP will most likely stay static until the SEC lawsuit is resolved. An outcome that favors Ripple could see the price of XRP double within a few months of the announcement. An outcome that favors the SEC has a good chance of completely destroying the company's plans for US growth, which would have a very negative impact on the price. In that case, we would expect the price to fall somewhere around the previous all-time low of 25 cents. Can Ripple hit $10 this year? The final verdict on Ripple in 2022. Ripple receives a lot of criticism from the more hardcore side of the cryptocurrency community. However, it's by no means a terrible project and certainly has the potential to become a very useful component of centralized finance. That said, if you want a true cryptocurrency, i.e. decentralized, then we would not recommend Ripple. Ripple is more akin to a bank that utilizes some aspects of the blockchain than an actual cryptocurrency that has true decentralization. As for the performance of Ripple in 2022, the only thing that matters for Ripple in 2022 is the result of the lawsuit. It's great that the company is focusing on expanding globally because, well, they can't do much in the United States. However, everyone is essentially holding their breath, waiting for the results of the lawsuit before making any commitments with XRP or Ripple. That's it for today, guys. We will see you next time. Until then.